welcome to the Jeff and Ishan show. He passed the audition. Ishan, what are we talking about today?
We're going to be talking about the Mehta Boys.
बहुत अच्छा आइडिया है।
What is wrong with you?
It's a 2025 Hindi language drama directed by Boman Irani, who also co-wrote it with an American screenwriter, Alexander Dinalaris, which is pretty cool. What's it about, Ishan?
It's about this architect who doesn't have the best relationship with his dad. And when his mom dies, he goes where, like, his mom and dad live together. So he goes and visits his dad to see his, like, mom's funeral. And his sister's there. And the sister's going to take the dad back to her house in America. But the dad's flight gets delayed. So for that weekend, the sister has to go back to her kids, but the dad stays with the son for a few nights. And they, like, slowly build their bond back.
And so Mr. Shiv Mehta, the dad, is played by Boman Irani, and it's about the very tumultuous, difficult relationship between the father and son. There is, wait for it, a romantic subplot involving one of Ame's co-workers at the architectural firm, the marriage-minded Zara, who's really eager to meet her potential father-in-law. And that's funny because Ame cannot stand his dad and isn't looking forward to this at all. And there's also this very cool subplot at work in which Ame has great ideas at the architectural firm. They've got a major client they're about to pitch to, but he lacks the confidence to show his ideas to his boss. And in some ways that mirrors the relationship he's having with his father. And you're waiting to see, is he gonna speak up for himself at work? And is he gonna speak up for himself to his overbearing dad?
I think her being a love interest, that was a really cool subplot because at first it seems like they might not work out together and it might not happen, but then as it evolves, then it does happen. And I think that's really cool.
It's a slow burn. And in a way, I appreciated that because it avoided cliches. This is not a Bollywood romance. It's not a Bollywood kind of story. And I thought that was great about it. I thought it was really cool, the parallel between what's going on at work and what's going on in his personal life and how they kind of comment on each other. There's this phrase that recurs throughout the movie, emerging modern India. Mm-hmm. And that takes on kind of a loaded meaning. What does it mean architecturally, but also maybe in terms of Ame's own identity and his father's identity and maybe even India's national identity? And does modern India mean exactly copying the West? If so, where does India fit into that? What about modern India? And can these two things coexist?
आर्किटेक्ट्स ने तो ताजमहल बनाया था पेपर और पेंसिल के साथ कंप्यूटर के बिना तो कुछ नहीं कर सकता.
Yeah, I think that also, emerging modern India also reflects the themes and how it's different from a Bollywood movie.
What's your favorite thing about it? What did you like about it?
The difference where it was with architecture. I didn't know a lot about architecture, and that was a cool aspect because, like, I got to learn about how that industry works a bit more, and I haven't seen that in a movie before.
I think it's a really touching story. It's a drama, but there are some really funny moments. It's not a comedy, but the humor comes from the fact that you will be laughing and nodding knowingly because some of the dynamics remind you of your own family. The best thing about it to me was the performances. They're all terrific, but Boman Irani as the older Mehta boy of the title is just an absolute delight to watch. Every scene he's in, he is so tremendous. He's a very well-known character actor in India, so I wasn't surprised knowing that about him that he was going to be a great actor, but he steals the scene every time, and I don't think that's through editing. You see some really strong acting there from him. I really love that about the movie.
Yeah, definitely had, even if there were some strong family themes and parts that were super serious, there were also, like, in between that, woven through was also his comedic aspect.
I learned a fun fact about him. Did you know that Boman Irani sits on the board of directors of the i.i.m.u.n., which is kind of like the Model UN in India. It is,
cool.
yeah, it's for students aged 13 to 19, and it is to foster global awareness, which I think is really awesome.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Makes me like him even more.
Yeah, I didn't know that. It's cool.
Do you have anything you didn't like about it?
I thought it was a little cliche parts. I think there's like a lot of family dramas like that. I feel like they could have mixed in some other things that made it a more of a standalone movie.
My biggest criticism is that it is a little slow. It's not an especially long movie, and there is a tight plot that they never deviate from, but it is very actor-centered. It is a very character-driven movie because a lot of the trouble that they're encountering is internal stuff. So it's very much a movie to watch and become engrossed in. If you are looking for car chases, explosions, a laugh a minute, do not watch this movie. It's not the movie for you. It delivers what it promises, though. And for that reason, I give it 5 out of 5 stars. I think it's great for the genre that it is. What did you think?
So, yeah, I think I'd give it 3.75.
3.75 stars. All right, 3.7 and 5.
Bit of a disagreement here.
It's okay. It's what it's all about.
Yeah.
So you decide. Hope you watched the film. Hope you liked our review. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
उसका नाम ज़ारा है. She is beautiful. Try not to sound so surprised.